Evan changed the world of Plant City on September 29, 1992, weighing 5 pounds and 2 ounces and 21 inches long. His angelic parents are Frank and Susan Gales. His maternal grandparents are John and Patricia Stanley, and paternal grandparents are the late Elizabeth Horn and Bruton Horn. Evan will walk across the stage and graduate tomorrow from Plant City High. His school activities include being a member of Best Buddies Club and Special Olympics. He was involved in bowling, baseball, and tennis, and received awards in bowling and tennis. He qualified for the Pepsi-sponsored state tournament and is a member of the bowling league. He received the gold medal in tennis for Best Buddies, and he can be found at the training station at 4 o'clock every day waving to Engineer Bob and Doug as the train passes by. Evan has ridden trains as far north as Washington, D.C. and south to Miami, and his fame reaches north to New York as his picture hangs in New York Amtrak station. He also likes to be known as Evan Longoria Gales. His church activities include being a leader and worker in kids' church and often sang or told stories. His immediate future plans are to continue education at Plant City High School and to work in the train industry. Pastor Greg had this to say about Evan. Our dear Evan, the time since we met you seems like we've been wide open on the Polar Express with you as the conductor, blowing your whistle and yelling, full steam ahead. You started in kids' church in kindergarten and would ask if you could tell the kids your train stories. Hey, if there are trains in heaven, we all know the train station will be named after you. Throughout the years, I have spotted you and Miss Susan sitting at a train track, waiting patiently on a train. When I see you two there, it helps me to think to stop and smell the roses and slow down. You've been so very special to me and Miss Billy Joe and to all the kids you come in contact with. You have a way of putting a smile on everyone's face. Kids Church just wouldn't be the same without you, opening with your Song of the Week. I know it blesses God's heart, because it sure blesses mine. Watching you grow has been one of the highlights of my life, and now you're a senior, you bring life to the scripture, Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So here we are watching you start another season of your life, and we will all sit back in awe as God will use you in adulthood, and as you look at us and yell, all aboard! Love you, Pastor Greg and Miss Billy Joe. And his parents had this to say. God chose to send us one of his special children, and our life has not been dull since. Like the time we left you home alone for 10 minutes when we went to the neighbor's house. Your new train fell off the track, so you called 911 and told the police there was a bad train wreck, and people were hurt and they needed to come, and they did. I just knew I was going to jail for that one. You are loved by so many people and have found your place in this world. Continue to follow your dream of working on Amtrak, and remember to give your mom and dad a ride sometime. We love you, Mr. Frank and Miss Susan.
Evan, what an exciting day for you, Conductor Evan. I share your love for the race. Boy, we've had to share some good laughs around the office together. You've been such a breath of fresh air. You camping out in the break room or the workroom was quite a sight to see. Hearing you knock on the office door during a staff meeting and say, Miss Susan! Nothing like your popcorn and Powerades at 9 a.m. in the morning. I'll never forget seeing you do your dance, listen to your train stories, seeing the pictures of you standing by the tracks, waiting to wave to the engineer as he tooted the whistle for you and waved. But most of all, the chest bumping days when you would ask me to give you a chest bump. The most unforgettable moment came when you decided to run and jump on my chest. But only at that moment, when you decided to run, you glanced off my chest, darting to the ground flat on your back. Both of us shocked. You looked up with a look on your face that was just priceless. After you caught your breath, you made the comment, that was hard. It meant that we had finally connected. Evan, you've been an inspiration to all of us. You have kept life in perspective. When you said, my tummy hurts, pray, it was just that simple. It didn't matter that you just ate something that would upset any of our stomachs. When you came in the blowing the whistle, that sounds like an oncoming train. It just made me smile. When you go around trying to scare us, you break up the monotony of the day. No matter where you are, you never meet a stranger. Boy, if we could just relax and get real with who we are. Sometimes we just take things too seriously. You kept us all honest. Keeping life simple is a lesson for all of us to learn. That, my friend, is a gift. Thank you for so many things that you've called us. I leave you with this popular verse, which Pastor Greg recognizes well. Philippians 4:13 simply says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Evan, we know you can do it.
Michael